Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and this is The Rural Companion. In my last video, I shared with you what is on my 9th graders homeschool cart, and now I'm just gonna jump into what is on my 8th graders homeschool cart. If you missed the last video, I highly recommend you go back and check that out. I'll leave that right up here because I do go through a lot of details as far as how long we've been homeschooling, what methods we're using, how we are homeschooling, and how we're using our cart system. Let's just jump right in. I already shared what we are going to be doing together, which is Bible and Latin. You'll want to check out that video so that you can get exactly what is going on. Now, I do just want to preface this video with the fact that I have a kitten right here. He is playing with all of my lighting and my camera gear, as well as the books, and there was a ping pong ball earlier, and then he is also teething and trying to bite on me. So just be patient with my sweet little kitten, Mahalo, as we go through this video. Now, like I mentioned, we do have a cart for each of my students. I've already gone over Bible and Latin in the last video, so let's just jump right in. My 8th grader will be going through the C.S. Lewis book, as well as the Fanny Crosby one in this series. Now, this is in the subject that I'm calling personal growth. This is just designed to challenge and inspire both of my students to think outside of their cushy life that they live. The next thing that my 8th grader will be working on is history. I will be having him go through Memoria Press's The Story of the 13 Colonies and the Great Republic. Now, yes, last school year we went through medieval or ancient civilizations. He is technically going to go a little out of order because he's going from the ancient civilizations to the 13 colonies, and then next school year when he's in 9th grade, then he'll jump back to the Renaissance and Reformation. Unfortunately, that's just how it's going to work in this the plan that I kind of have created. He will have the student guide as well as the tests. I'll probably have him do a handful of those just in preparation for high school. For Christian studies, he will be going through Fox's Book of Martyrs. This is one that we had from the previous school year that we just didn't finish. And again, this is similar to the personal growth stories. It shares stories of people that have gone before, specifically church people that have paved the way for where we are today with not only our freedoms, but just the way that our churches are run, and just honestly gives a really good story of perseverance over and over and over and over again. Of course, all of the people mentioned in this story are martyrs, which means that they all died for their faith. And while I never want that experience for my children, I do want them to just understand that other people have suffered greatly for what they believe, and I want to encourage them and challenge them to be strong and stand up for what they believe as well. For science, both my 8th and 9th grader will be going through this book, Exploring the World of Astronomy. This is technically a middle school grade or level book set, and this will be perfect for my 8th grader. Next year when he hits 9th grade, we will jump into the more stringent high school courses like biology, and I don't even know what else comes after that. However, we will get to those more rigorous topics. My hope is while we are going through this book that we will also be able to spend several nights outside observing the skies, maybe go to a planetarium or science museum resource and do some hands-on learning as well. And of course, there's always the fun recipes of making solar system cookies or random things like that. So we'll probably do a few of those fun side activities to supplement our learning. And I would also think maybe some YouTube videos, because I feel like there's a lot available online nowadays too. Math, my 8th grader will begin the Algebra 1 book. We also haven't decided totally if he will go at a half speed like my current or my current 8th grader / future 9th grader, how she had gone through it roughly at half speed. I believe that my 8th grader will need to go through it at a normal speed, as he does plan on going into a career that is more math, science involved, and he probably will need to get through the entire scope of the Math You See series through high school. For literature, he will not only be going through the same Shakespeare plan that I have for my 9th grader, but he also will be reading Johnny Tremaine by Esther Forbes and Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. For writing, he will be going through this Writing with Skill book. And I just noticed that this is the instructor book, so I need to find the student book. That would actually help out. He needs the student book. It's somewhere in our house, but I'm not exactly sure where it is. So my 8th grader, I guess current, we're kind of in the middle of summer, so my last 8th grader went through this book kind of in chunks, as she is a writer. Writing comes very naturally to her. So she didn't need everything in this book, just we needed to hone a few skills, specifically the outline concept. And this is from Susan Weisbauer, which is The Well-Trained Mind. And she has the history series that we've gone through before. So each day, so each lesson is planned out, and then for day 3, you do this activity, and day 4, you do this activity. It does have a 4-day school week plan, so you don't have to do it Monday through Friday. It can just be any 4 days, or some of the activities are a little easier, so you could do 2 in 1 day. Now, beyond books, outside of the books, my 8th grader will be doing a few online things, so there will be Spanish, typing, current events, and then one super fun bonus activity that just doesn't fit into really any category. He will be doing a Lego STEM curriculum that we found, I think it was 2 years ago, and I had promised him that I would buy it then, and I just kept forgetting. And I'll leave that down in the show notes below in case you're interested or have a STEM-based sciencey student that would love to look into this Lego curriculum. We will do some videos of each of the activities because I think it's going to be really awesome. It comes with a full box of Legos, motors, sensors, all things that my 8th grader is highly into. They have some challenges, so like various activities. Hey, can you create this? Or here's a problem, let's create this solution using these sensors and the motors and these certain pieces that you have. I believe it's a lot of Technic pieces as well as the motors and the hubs for Lego. We do already have a few of those, and they have just been really neat for programming, coding, all of that sciencey stuff that really is outside of my realm. But again, like I said, I'll bring you along for that because it's really fun just to watch the mind open for my 8th grader. Okay, that is it for what's on my 8th grader's homeschool cart for next school year. Of course, we still need to get a few extra supplies like binders and fun pens and pencils, but really at this stage, they don't need a bunch of school supplies. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. If you have questions or comments, I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so that you don't miss any of the content that I put out on homeschooling, homesteading, and homemaking. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.